Hey guys, it's about beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today, look here at this bottle. Yes, this is Trillium Brewing. Yes, special editions in a bottle, not a can. This is Habitat 2021 Grenache Noir. Sounds like a wine to me, guys. I mean, when I see that name, it doesn't impress me with that fancy freaking name. This doesn't do it, but I guess it's supposed to be a little elegant, more wine-esque looking package. Actually looks like a green bottle, which is a no-no for beer, so I mean they're going all out to make it look like something that it's probably not. But anyway, these guys do beers very damn well, so I mean I think it's a whole lot of packaging advertisement going on this, so hopefully the beer lives up to that much hype. Anyway, back to it. It comes to me by the way of my beer brother Greg. Greg, thanks a bunch. I do appreciate it, sir. Says here, it says Trillium is doing pretty well with these wild American ales. And that's what this beer is. It's wild ale. They're not introducing any regular yeast to the fermenting. I don't know if it's open fermenting they're doing or how the yeast is getting, the wild yeast is getting there, but I don't think they're actually pitching it. They could be, I'm not sure, guys. When I think of wild ale or sour beer or something like that, it's open fermenting, you know. So never done any of that, so I'm not sure. These guys are out of Massachusetts, and again, like I said, it's a wild ale. Considered a wild ale. It's a spontaneously fermented ale with Grenache Noir juice. Collaboration with Firestone Walker. Habitat Grenache Noir displays midsummer strawberry aromatics, backed by punchy nectarine, gentle funk, light tannins, and clean acidity. So they're not calling it a sour or anything like that. So I don't know how closely the sour style resembles the wild ale style. I mean, there's probably a fine line there somewhere. And the pictures here on Untapped, it doesn't look like a cloudy beer. It actually almost looks like lemon juice in the bottle here. It's not super clear, but it's not super cloudy either. I can see light through it. So, with that being said, we've got, and I think I told you it's 7.2. It says here blend date, so it's a blended beer. Blend date is January 28th of 2021. So, year and 5 months. 500 milliliter bottle. And looking at the bottom, there may be a light, I can still see a little light through there. It may be just a little bit sediment in the bottom of that. So, let's get to the top of it. Like again, we don't use this thing here too much anymore with everything going to can, but if I don't break the bottle with the opener trying to get it open. We just don't use this thing that much anymore, guys. I think it's to be like the old church key. You used to have to, the little pointed thing that you used to have to open beer with before the pop top days. That's how old I am. You had to have a special little key there, a triangle device, punch holes in each side of your can so you could sip on it. Yeah, a few moons ago. You young kids don't remember crap like that. We went through several phases. You had to punch a hole in it, and then they had the pull tab that come completely off in your hand on a ring, and now the ones where the tab stays on because all those rings ended up on the ground and in the waterways and everywhere else they shouldn't be. So they made the newer style where you just rock it and it opens it up. Usually, not always, but usually. I am going to swirl that up. So it's evolved into several stages from the 50s and 60s. Alright, that's a nice looking beer. Yes, it is, indeed. And as you can see, it's not clear. I mean, what I'm looking at here in this picture, this glass right here on Untapped on the left is a lot clearer than what I'm looking at right now. And that goes to show you guys, depending on where it was in the tank when they were bottling it or canning it, whatever the case may be, you could have different clarity. I mean, it happens. It happens. So, still a good looking beer. Not much head on this one. To the nose we go. Yeah, definitely getting the funkiness. I mean, to me, it's like a farmhouse saison ale funkiness. That's what it reminds me of, guys. And those wild ales, that's what, to me, yeah. So, there's probably a difference between the sour style and then the wild ale farmhouse saison. Those three seem like they line up closer than with the sour. So, definitely getting that farmhouse funkiness. And they're saying strawberries. I mean, the funkiness is overpowering the strawberries, to be honest about it, guys. So, and I do, you know, smell a little bit of grapes going on there, grapes. But a lot of times, these saison styles, that wild yeast farmhouse funkiness reminds me of grapes. So, smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg. Thank you, sir. Oh, wow. That's tart. I will tell you, that is tart. That's a well-made beer, though. 7.2%. It's not super heavy. Something you could have, sip, share with that big bottle, which I'm going to do. Not a whole lot left, you know, but not good a taste anyway. Very nice, guys. I mean, to me, the wild ale is almost identical to like the farmhouse and the saison type yeast taste and smell and funkiness. It's tasty. I mean, that, you know, that's something I want to drink every day, but very, very tasty beer, very well made beer. And since it's in this big bottle and this big fancy package, they think it's pretty special too. So let me sip on it. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, a little bit left here. Absolutely zero lacing left, and it didn't pour very much head, that guy. So, I mean, it's a very tasty, well-made wild ale beer. I mean, if you're used to drinking the wild ales of the saisons, farmhouse ales, with the funky yeast and stuff, I mean, you're really going to enjoy this. But if you're not, if you're drinking lagers or pale ales or IPAs and you jump into this, I got a feeling it's going to blow your palate out of your mouth. So, I mean, it's not super heavy on the ABV. It's basically, I don't detect it at all. But it is a unique style. It's something that takes a little getting used to. Some people like it, some people do not. So, I enjoyed this. Final chug. It's like a cross to me, guys. It's like half beer and half wine. So that's the closest I can give the average beer drinker to what this tastes like. Very tart, half beer, half wine. Final chug. Definitely has some serious wine qualities to that type of beer, guys. To me, anyway. That's what I get out of it. So, but anyway, I think it's an A beer. I'm gonna give it 90 A minus. Over to Beer Advocate. No scores. Only 2 people have commented, and Untapped has it at 4.18 with 117 people. New release from these guys. So. Very tasty. Like I said, mine was a little more hazier than what the pictures are showing here, but again, sometimes the pictures are deceiving, and it could be where it was in the tank when they bottled it. Could be more clear or cloudier. So with that being said, if you've had Habitat 2021 Grenache Noir, and they've done a bunch of different habitat versions, different hops and all that kind of stuff, I guess, yeast. So this is the only one out of that series that I've had the privilege of tasting. So with that being said, thanks a bunch again to my beer brother Greg. And if you've had this, let me know what you think, guys. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.